Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's episode, I'm bringing you important things you know on how to get from new nurse into a specialty nurse. So if you're a new nurse or if you're a new graduate, you're in nursing school, you're still in school, you're about to graduate, or you're still getting into nursing school, keep watching because this is important for you. Guys, I know for sure that I'm not the only nursing student that have been oriented with the mindset that you can't go from being a new grad to a specialty areas like MICU, SICU, OR, MICU, CQ. I'm sure I'm not the only one that was oriented to that knowledge. Let me give you guys a little gist about myself. When I was in nursing school, I wanted to go to ICU so bad, but everything in me, all the myths, and it wasn't a myth, it was actually a reality. But as of then, it was actually a reality that you don't just get out of nursing school and dive into new specialty areas like CQ, MICU, surgical areas. Yeah, you don't just come out from school and jump into that. They wouldn't even hire you. I had the idea that I'll be going from a new nurse to a med-surg unit, med-surg nursing, and do that for about 2 years, and then 2 years, because I heard you have to have a 2 years experience in med-surg before you go to any specialty areas. I already oriented myself to that, but today's world, COVID brought some good advantage for us that was still in nursing school when COVID was on. We are the COVID nurses. In a way, it favored us because now all these specialty areas you can make it in direct from your nursing school. As a new graduate, you can get into these specialty areas, MICU, CQ, OR, all of them. There are specialties. You can get into it direct from nursing school. Today, I'm here to give you tips and give you some steps to take to ensure that you get into your specialty areas if you're a nursing student. I'm a nursing student. When we graduate out of school and write the NCLEX, it's like we're on the moon. How better can we be? We're already a hot commodity. But if you really want to be a hot commodity to the end, like hot commodity out from nursing school, hot commodity to the area that you want, to any area of nursing that you want to be in, you have to upgrade yourself to increase your chances of getting hired from a new grad to specialty areas. There's actually 2 things involved that you have to do, and those 2 things is all about upgrading yourself too. So in this upgrading yourself, you have to upgrade your license and put some work done on yourself. It's easy. The all tell us that no nursing facility wants to hire a liability. Even though you're a nursing student coming for job application with them, they want you to bring something in, not just you have a license. You have to bring something in. So these are what you have to do. Not just to increase your chance of being hired, because one thing is they need nurses, so they will definitely hire you. But are you hired in what you want? Yeah. The first thing we'll be treating on is how to upgrade your license. The first thing to do on upgrading your license is to get your BLS. Getting your BLS, I know that every nursing student, to get into nursing school, one of the documents that you get to present is your BLS. But then that BLS gets to expire within the 2 years of you being in nursing school. So immediately you graduating out of school, that BLS is expired. And most of the time we don't get to check our emails and see when we get the notification that this license is going to expire soon, so that you come and renew it. So most of the time nursing students come out from nursing school with no BLS certification. I think this is not just the first step, this is the first step for every nursing student. applying for a nursing job, BLS is what is expected for that. You have to have it with your license to get hired. Some people might say, okay, we know about, so BLS, everybody have it. So if you have BLS, you get hired. So now let's talk about what you need to have to upgrade into getting your chances up into your specialty areas. Second thing to do is getting your ACLS certification. That's the Advanced Cardiovascular Life Support certification. So with this certification, you automatically increase your chances of getting hired into adult critical specialty areas. If you want to get into medical ICU, surgical ICUs, every ICU, OR, ED, emergency department, ED, this certification, you really need it to upgrade your license into getting you a chance of being hired. It doesn't just get you a chance of being hired, it actually prepares you towards getting hired into those areas, because when getting those certificates would actually be a refresher for things that you face in those places. In ED, in ICUs, it's very important to have that certificate. Before I started working in ICU, I didn't actually get the importance of why I had to get all this license, but having worked there in the real time of it, I understand the importance of actually having this certification before you get into those areas, because it's kind of teach you what is basically needed at hand to get you surviving in those areas. In getting these certifications, that you need to upgrade your license. This video is not just about getting these certifications. This video, if you keep watching, I'm going to also tell you the right time to get this certification, because you want to know why you should get it by this time. After getting your ACLS, another certification that you need to get to upgrade your license, and this one is especially good for those trying to get into pediatric specialty areas like MICU, CICU, all those specialty areas for pediatrics. You need to get your PALS certification. This PALS certification is the ACLS of pediatrics. So you need to, having this PALS increases your license into critical areas in pediatrics. So with it, your chances are literally increased among your peers in getting hired into any specialty areas that has to concern the pediatrics. In getting all these certificates and increasing your chances of getting into specialty areas in nursing, another tip on getting these certificates to encourage you to get these certificates is that most hospitals actually do reimburse for the money you spent in getting those certifications. Yeah, yes, most, not all. Definitely not all, but this is kind of tricky when it comes to reimbursement, because we're nursing students. To get those certificates to upgrade your license and get hired into those specialty areas, the certificate actually costs a lot. I think BLS is like $90, and then ACLS is like $250 or something, and then PAL is like $400, $300 to get those certifications. So in combination, it could take you like $700 or almost $700 to $900 to get those certifications done. So yes, when you get it done, most hospitals actually do reimburse you back. But what's the catch of this reimbursement? When I was trying to get hired after I went for my first interview as a nursing student, without no certification except my license, I wore that license like an honor. It's an honor though. I wore it really as an honor when I went to my first interview with no certification, and I wasn't given my specialty area, the specialty area that I wanted. So I had to come back to the drawing table and check myself out and go back to know where the wrong happened. And the wrong happened that I didn't get those certification I needed. But when I decided to get those certification and then go back to reapply for jobs, I decided to do it a week to the day I decided to apply for job, because I wanted to make sure that all those certificates are all my certificates are recent and before getting into those jobs, because I already got a tip that the hospital was going to reimburse me for the money I spent in getting those certifications. So what's the catch? The catch there is that the hospital that reimburse it within a month after the certification. If you get those certificates, the PALS, the ACLS, the BLS, within a month of you getting hired, they actually get to reimburse you the money for the certifications that you did. So yes, get all these licenses, increase your chances of getting in. And then when you get in, ask around. One thing about nursing students is that new nurses is that we don't ask, because most of the time these hospitals that reimburse, they don't just come and use loud it out that they reimburse you the money back. But if you ask questions, if they do reimburse it, most of the hospitals do reimburse you within a month. If the certification is within a month of you getting hired, they do reimburse you. The second way of increasing your chances of getting hired from your nursing school as a new grad to specialty areas in nursing is doing some work on yourself. What I mean by doing some work on yourself, I mean by taking up some work, nursing externships. Most of the time as nursing students, we just graduate, and even the hospitals that we go for our clinical areas literally do beg us to come do externship with them. Most of these externship, you can't get paid. Most of them are like unpaid externship, but some hospitals even still pay for those externship, like pay you less dollars, less wages to come learn. And during this externship, what they do is that they body you up with nurses, so you literally learn what you're supposed to do. It's just like you getting an orientation for a cheaper amount of money. And most of the time when they ask you to come in and do this externship with them, we don't even have a license. Just like you're finishing up clinical orientation in their hospital, and most of the time they give it out. I think they do it like, since you guys already with us, you guys know how things are run here to an extent, we can take you guys for externship if you want to stay with us. I missed out on that. I didn't go for no externship. I was just focused on getting done with nursing. I'm getting done with this clinical and I'm out of here. I just want to get out. That was my perception with externship and with nursing. But when I came out from school, got my license, and now start looking for a job, I found out the importance of those externship, because the first place I went to apply for a nursing job, I went there to get interviewed for MICU, medical ICU. When I got there, I saw one of my friends and she had an associate. I had a BSN. BSN is a 4-year nursing, and associate is like 2 years or roughly 3 years nursing program. So she had an associate and I had a BSN. We both have our licenses, but then we both went for the same department. She got hired. I didn't get hired. I didn't know what happened. I didn't even understand why it is that I as a BSN, coming with my license, I didn't get hired. But a friend of mine that had an associate and with the same license got hired. It didn't rhyme so well to me. But I found out that even though she had an associate, she had her ACLS, she had her BLS, she had her PALS. So she had all these 3 certifications that I didn't have, that only came with my license. She had 3 certifications that it was supporting her license, and among that 3 certifications, she had an externship experience with a facility. So you see how my BSN nursing didn't have a room to compare with what her certification was offering to the hospital. So she was coming with experience, which I wasn't coming. I had an experience. I was a CNA before I became a nurse, but she had an experience as a nurse. She did her nurse externship. So she had an experience as a nurse. I had an experience as an auxiliary nursing worker, and she had an experience as literally as a nurse. So with her experience as a nurse, the externship, and with all the certificates she had, even though she was in associate nursing and not a BSN, she got hired. She got hired, and I was sent to go interview with other departments because MICU wasn't gonna take me because you know how they do it when they are not going to take you, like, oh, we cannot hire you, we're done with hiring for today, you could go see if other department can hire you, we wish you the best, we wish you luck. You know how to do it, so they will not just come and say, they make it nice and cute, but then they didn't give you the job. So yes, so see the importance of having internship attached to your, getting that internship experience is really very important, and it's beneficial when you want to go into specialty areas in nursing. I think what I take it as is that they think that with that internship you already gotten the basic knowledge of nursing, so training you now into the specialty areas like ICU or MICU or CQ, training you now in those areas would be less demanding on them to train you, because with that externship they take it that you already have basic nursing experience, which is actually, when you're on the other side and look at it, you know where they're coming from. But when I was not in nursing already and coming in as a new grad, I was like, they don't want to hire me. But when you're on the other side and look at you understand, like, it's easier to train somebody with an externship in a specialty area. At least it's will take out the weight of having to teach basic nursing to them. Help yourself to upgrade on getting those certificates and getting those internship. Just get those internship. And most times they really do pay for those internships, and they pay you even above, some people even pay above minimum wages. So ask questions. Don't say you don't know people that even your clinical postings, most of those people are even willing to take you guys on externship to just come be with them and help their nurses out. Please make use of that if you want to get into a specialty nursing from a new grad. So this brings us to the end of this video today. I hope this was helpful for anyone looking to get into a specialty nursing as a new grad. I know that many new grads, you'll be surprised how many new grads that wants to get into specialty nursing. I know, we have been there. It's like our dream, get into specialty nursing, climb the ladder fast to all the places that is high that you want to go to. But yes, it's really, it's a dream, and don't let anybody tell you they're not hiring. Instead, get yourself equipped in a way that the hospital actually wants you. Okay? Keep subscribing. Do well to like this video, share this video if you have friends, new nurses that needs to get this information. Do well to share the video and like and comment and subscribe and give a thumbs up. See you next time. My name is Stephanie. Bye.